Hey, Void. So, still working my way through the Chucky collection. Kind of slowed down a little bit there while I caught up on some other things, but it's still what I'm trying to not lose too much steam on, so. But I'm starting to have a little tricky part with that, but, well, get on that a little bit. So, we're up to part 4, Bride of Chucky. This is the first point where they abandon the Child's Play title and just start everything being of Chucky. Not a bad choice overall, but it's still Child's Play. I think was just a better title overall. But now a little bit of Phoebe Rizzo trivia. Bride of Chucky was the first R-rated horror film I ever actually owned. Back on VHS when it came out back in '98. So I think I was middle school at the time, if memory serves. So this movie does have kind of a soft spot for me. Which, after rewatching it, it is still a lot of fun. This one definitely veers away from the horror aspect of the Chucky series and more into. It's taking itself not very seriously. It's having fun with its premise. It's more comedic, and Chucky's wisecracking kind of kicks it up even further. And also, the doll design kind of gets a little nuts in this one, being the stitched together patchwork version, which is a good look. Alright. So this one's set a couple months after the last one, which, due to the time jump, hey, I think actually puts it in the late 90s anyway, so actually weirdly makes it work there. Well, then Chucky's old flame gets the remains of his doll body out of evidence and proceeds to essentially rebuild him and tries to use black magic to get his soul woken up. And it works. Problem comes when she finds out that Chucky never really was intending to actually marry her. The engagement ring she thought she found was actually some prize he just took off of a body that he killed. And so she locks him in a playpen and begins just kind of keeping him as her pet doll. Well, when her mockery goes too far by buying a bride doll for him, well, Chucky escapes, kills her, and puts her soul into the bride doll just as a fuck you. And so now those two dolls have to try to get new bodies and are carving a bloody swath across New Jersey. Okay. So, when Tiffany, the flame, she essentially pays her neighbor to essentially escort them to where Chucky's body is buried to get an amulet. Now, this one kind of is abandoned a little bit the original mythology of being only able to put your soul into the first person that you say, and with there being a time limit before you become too human. They have to kind of throw that out. Now, they can put their soul into a human, but they have to have the heart of Damballa, an amulet that was on Charles's body. So you can actually kind of make it work both ways. Of that's how it. Then you can put your soul into the body of the first one, or to do another one, you need the heart of Damballa. So now they've got he's paid to transport these two dolls to a cemetery, so he's getting paid $1,000. So he's doing it, and he takes his girlfriend along with them, who, because of her oppressive police chief uncle, has been kind of terrorized by him, preventing them from seeing each other. So they're trying to elope. And so begins the trail of blood as those people are trying to stop them. Well, Chucky doesn't want his ride compromised, so anyone who starts interfering with them gets killed. However, well, the news keeps noting that this trail of bodies seems to be following them, so they're pretty much become on the run, each thinking the other is possibly a killer. So the plot really works there, as you know what's really going on, but to see them going back and forth trying to unsure that believing that the other is a killer, but still thinking maybe they can make it work. It's a fun ride. That's what this movie is. It's a ride. And then once they do figure out it's the dolls killing people and try to pit Tiffany and Chucky against each other, it leads to some good comedy also. The animatronics work very well in this, and it's very easy to believe these dolls are walking and talking. The effects are pretty good, and they hold up really well. Especially considering this was, 98. That's doesn't feel like a while now, but it's over 20 years ago. I'm feeling old. So, Bride of Chucky, don't take it too seriously. Kills are inventive. The blood is good, but it's definitely a lighthearted slasher. It's having fun with its premise, and Chucky's laugh is it's infectious, and it's a good ride to get along with. So this is actually probably my favorite of the Child's Play series, except for perhaps part 1, but it hits that sweet spot for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one 7 MacGuffins. Admittedly, I watched this movie about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't gotten around to the next one yet, because I've seen Seed of Chucky before. I didn't really care for it the first time. I'm hoping maybe just my opinion is softened on it, but for me, it just felt dumb. But that was a long time ago now, so, when it first hit DVD. So, admittedly, it's been, that was 2004, almost 20 years since I've seen it, 19 now, so, okay, maybe I was too harsh on it. Well, I'll, give that a go, some point soon. Whenever I get a chance to crack this collection again. Alright, Void. All for the second. See you later.